Guys, a new week has started and things are going to get very unstable this week. This plan is going to be very sneaky and risky. You need to get ready now, because Justin Sun says this coming week will be great and a lot of big things will happen. But guess what? We were the first ones to call it. We're not making this up. We were the first to say that this week is likely to be the start of the big move. And that's exactly what happened with Bitcoin. Right then, Bitcoin had its best weekly close ever. That's it, guys. Bitcoin just closed on the weekly time frame for the first time in its history, the most it has ever been. That's on the standard candle of the Heikin Ashi. That's it. Wow, wonderful. But this is where things get dangerous. You have no idea why? From now on, Bitcoin must pump if it doesn't, and it stalls out and dumps on the weekly time frame if I do see warning signs. There are going to be divergences that are bearish taking place. At this point, it looks like Bitcoin will probably keep going up. Okay? Because the gates of heaven are open for Bitcoin right now. Listen. In other words, Bitcoin is very strong right now while XRP is again far behind. This seems to be telling me something. I believe what they will likely do is strongly pump a Bitcoin. XRP just slows down a lot, right? It doesn't really do anything, but it will wake up and blow up at some point. Hey, didn't we say that this week would be very manipulative? Everything is going to be rigged to the max. Watch how the price of XRP changes. It's still Monday. And that's crazy. It is clear that this is a trick. It's even better for Bitcoin. What is this? What does this chart mean? I've never seen it. They sucked it up, dumped it back into the hole, sucked it up again, and then dumped it. Guys, that's before the XRP futures are now live. Let's get ready for this week's dangerous events. Just now, Michael Saylor put up the Saylor buying tracker again. And just now, Michael Saylor put up the Saylor buying tracker. Strategy always says that they will buy more Bitcoin the next day. What's going on here? Just saw this tweet from Michael Saylor. Never short a man who buys orange ink by the barrel. Okay, guys, this is all of his buys. This is for Bitcoin. Take a look. $59 billion, 0 cents. It's silly. Buying things is linked to orange rings, right? And supposedly, every time he posts something like his charts, he talks about making another big buy. Be careful tomorrow. Guys, the stock market will be open again tomorrow. Any way you look at it, this week is going to be crazy. I wouldn't do anything if I were you. It makes sense that I would wait for the dust to clear first before you do anything. Now, you know what I mean. Besides that, it's also very important for XRP because they told you 10 years ago and you still don't believe them, right? From Ripple, it was always easy to see. The CME put money on Ripple and the Internet of Value. Ripple Labs gets a Series A round of $28 million, 0 cents. That was on May 19, 2015. What is that a delta for? For CME Futures goes live. Yes, that's tomorrow. The trade date will start on Sunday, May 18, 2025, Monday, May 19, 2025, and until all necessary governmental review periods are over. Yes? Guys, here's a site. It's more. XRP is about to make a big move. I'm sure of that. Okay, so the question for me is whether they'll be able to manage the hell out of XRP's price here soon. It's the same thing as adding more debt to the system and getting more cash in either direction, right? It's going to get really crazy out here, guys. I would really get ready. It's also strange that this week, the Senate will make history by passing the Genius Act, which creates the first ever pro-growth legal framework for payments stablecoins. This is all going to happen this week, guys. From Bitcoin to XRP to this bill, everything is okay, right? Is everything going to blow up? Doesn't it feel like it? Regarding XRP versus Bitcoin, I'm still waiting, guys. I still want to see a new low set. I really do. I'm going to jump in when this new low is made. I'm not kidding. I need to get into the long before they blow it up because, guys, this was going to happen to XRP. I'm going to show you now. What is going to happen is this at some point. That's it. A crazy pump to the last ultimatum. To go over this one more time, I'm pretty sure this bill is good for RLUSD because how a stable coin is paid for, this bill will make the US dollar the most important currency in the world, make more people want old treasuries, and make sure that the East Coast is the center of creativity in the digital asset space. Yes, that's all going to happen this week. We are getting more goods that will be released at some point to the X Volatility Shares Trust. More PETFs are on the way, right? So picture what will happen when the floods open. Are you ready for what's going to happen? Anyway, Chad will send a huge amount of money. A few weeks ago, XRP made a 10th cents swing on pennies and only $1 million in net imports. Net amounts of about $1 million, a market cap of 10 billion cents is equal to 10 billion penny bills. Wow, do you understand what we mean? Not only do you not need that much money to change the price of XRP, but Bitcoin is also more flexible than XRP. They're putting out XRP futures, which can be heavily influenced 1,000 times over, right? All you have to do is look at the price action before go live. That will tell you everything you need to know. Cryptocurrencies are loving the shoes downgrade, right? I find it strange that crypto and Bitcoin don't care about the business. Downgraded by Moody's, also, Bitcoin was like, let's pump crazy, huh? It could be because Bitcoin loves uncertainty. It's possible that Bitcoin likes doubt, right? It works like a safe haven asset, which is why all of these S coins except XRP are valuable, right? So Crypto Face asks, will this week be bullish or bearish for the crypto market? Crypto's face shows that everyone is gloomy. Since last week, there were 3 bearish days. Everyone thinks we'll crash next week, but they're wrong. This looks like it's for Ethereum short, which is linked to all other coins, because everything comes after it, so money. Okay guys, this green line is coming in. That means a lot of money is pouring into Ethereum. This money is then flooding into Bitcoin because there is an extra piece behind it. Soon this money will also flood into XRP. Money is pouring into the RSIs. Okay, things are tight. Things are going to move quickly in this case. Yes, this line is also being held as backup for ETH. ETH is very bullish, which means that everything else is also positive. Hopefully that's true, unless it's been hacked. We will see what takes place. United States stocks and stock market futures drop almost 1% as a first response to Moody's rating. Things don't look good for stocks. Cryptocurrencies may or may not follow the stock market. The stock market starts again tomorrow. Okay, now pay attention and get ready. It seems likely to me that it will go this way. Get ready. That's how it has been already. After that, we see another lovely sign, Bitcoin MACD every week. There are more and more positive signals. Tell me, guys, Bitcoin needs to keep going from now on. The top will be in if it doesn't. I promise God that this will work, because if it doesn't keep going, it will all fail. It's not good if Bitcoin stops going up or down in value in the next few months or weeks. In my view, they will move Bitcoin up until it runs out of gas. From this picture, it looks like XRP will be behind Bitcoin heavy. I'm still watching for another low, but if they don't go after these lows and instead pump it up like this, that's a very bad sign. You want them to go after these lows first, right? Those are my thoughts. That being said, the signs are getting more and more strong right now that we were given $5 billion, 0 cents worth of Bitcoin shorts that had to be sold at $115,000. 0 cents. That's the place we're going, guys. That's it. There is a number.